I tried the viral one size on till dawn mattifying waterproof setting spray, and I put it through the ultimate test. I went to church with it, so let's see how long it really lasts. Of course, to start this look, I started with some good skin prep by using the Covergirl Clean Fresh Prep and Set Water Mist. And then I used my e.l.f. Powergrip Primer, and then of course use my fan to help that dry down as well. You always want to make sure that your primer dries down for about 30 seconds before applying your makeup. That way your makeup has something to stick to. My eyebrows still look pretty good, and so I'm just going to use some of the Benefit 24-hour brow setter to just set my eyebrows in place. I'm going to let that dry down for a little bit, and then I'm going to use the brow micro filling pen, also by Benefit, in the color Deep Brown. The brow micro filling pen, the way the applicator is made, it just like fills in some gaps that you have, but it looks very natural, very hair-like once you apply, because of how the applicator is made. To highlight and carve out my eyebrows, I'm going to be using the I Am Magic concealer by Juvia's Place in the color 14. This concealer is about it's about 2 shades lighter than my actual skin tone, and I really like to use it as well as a eyeshadow primer. So once I carve underneath my eyebrow, I like to drag that down onto my eyelid. Now I'm just taking a putty bronzer brush by e.l.f. and I am just blending out that concealer so that there's not, any harsh lines, and so that I can go ahead and set it in place with this pure translucent powder so that I can apply my eyeshadow. And then I'm just taking a big fluffy powder brush and brushing away the excess. For today's look, I did not want anything too heavy, so I'm going to use this nude palette by Juvia's Place. So I'm going to start with this flesh tone color and just put that all over my crease, all over my brow bone, and I'm also going to drag it down to the outside corner of the eye. Because it is so light and so flesh tone, I did feel like I had to apply quite a bit in order for it to, show up well. For my lid, I'm just going to apply this light pink color all over. Very subtle today, not too much on the eyes. And then I'm just going to take that first blending brush that I had and just make sure that there are no harsh lines between the pink and the flesh tone. Because I'm going very light today, I don't want to do anything too heavy. Instead of using black to line my eyes, I'm going to use this dark brown color out of the Chocolates palette by Juvia's Place. I have just found lately that whenever I just want to go a little softer when it comes to eyeliner, just use dark brown instead of using black. And it gives you the same effect of, kind of defining those eyes, but it's just not as harsh. I am going to color correct today using the LA Girl Pro Conceal color corrector in orange. And this is because I'm not doing any type of like underpainting, or I'm not doing any type of contour. Like, I'm definitely doing less makeup today, and so a lot of those imperfections aren't going to get covered up. For my foundation, I'm using the NARS Natural Radiant Longwear Foundation in the color Caracas, and I'm using a brush to apply that all over my face after the color corrector. The power of makeup is so amazing, because all of those imperfections that I had, like, once you put the foundation over that color corrector, the way that it just blends everything out and just evens out the skin tone is just absolutely amazing to me. And even around the forehead, blending that foundation over that highlight area, that is just so cool and beautiful. After foundation, I'm going to do that makeup trend on TikTok where it's called like the ombre under eye. And basically what it is just concealer and blush. So what I did was I just used what I had on hand, and I started with that color 14 concealer by Juvia's Place, and then I did the color 12 concealer by Juvia's Place. For my blush, I did the liquid blush by Juvia's Place in the color Rosy Posy. And then for the last color of blush, I used the Alley Oop Stack the Odds palette in the color Cocktail Hour. Now, the difference between what I did and what I saw on TikTok was all of their products were liquid, and mine are a combination of liquid and cream. But honestly, I absolutely love the results of how this came out, and you'll see it in just a second. And I mean, honestly, look at those results. Like, I absolutely love the way that came out. So to highlight the rest of my face, I'm going to use the e.l.f. Camo Concealer in the color Tan Neutral. I'm not going to go over my under eye with more highlighter because I really don't need to. But what I love about that under eye is the placement of the blush. I have always pulled my blush just a little bit further down, like closer to my nose, more like on the apple of my cheeks, but pulling it up more towards my eyes, oh my gosh, that was so beautiful to me. So to set my under eye and to set the rest of my face, I'm going to use the One Size Ultimate Setting Powder in the color Ultra Pink. Using a powder puff to apply. I do have a link to these powder puffs in my Amazon storefront, so I will make sure to link that in the description box below. For this powder, I'm making sure to put it on all of the concealed areas, all of the areas that I usually end up oily in, and I'm also making sure to put it on all of the areas that move a lot throughout the day. So like especially around my mouth because of like laugh lines, and so I kind of like to set that area so that during the day my foundation and my concealer isn't cracking and creasing. Before I brush that powder off, I'm going to go ahead and add some eyeshadow to my lower lash line. I'm just going to use the same blending brush that I had earlier and apply that flesh tone underneath there. Then the same liner brush that I used to apply the wing and the dark brown chocolate color from the Chocolates palette from Juvia's Place, I'm going to use as an eyeliner on my lower lash line. Then I'm just going to brush off that excess setting powder. It's best to add color to your under eye before you wipe off your setting powder, so that way any fallout will just be wiped away with the rest of your setting powder. Now I'm going to apply my lashes. I'm going to put a little bit of Duo Lash Glue on my lash strip, but I'm also going to put a little bit directly onto my eyelid. Now, please be very careful when you are doing this, especially when it comes to taking off your lashes at the end of the day. Make sure that you use some sort of oil, like I like to use coconut oil and a Q-tip, and just go along my lash line to break down that bond of glue, because you don't just want to be ripping stuff off and then you rip off your eyelashes. Not good. For lashes, I'm going to use the Juvia's Place lashes in the style of Biba. And these lashes, y'all, are so pretty. Oh my gosh, the way that it like elevates my look and pulls it all together is just, it's giving glam. Okay, it's giving high class. I absolutely love it. Look at that. Oh, so beautiful. Okay, and then I definitely started feeling myself. And of course, I had to do a little dance. You already know. So cute. Because one thing about me, baby, I'm a dance. In the middle of doing my makeup, I'm going to do a little dance. All right, then I realized that I was running late and we had to speed it up. All right, so moving on to lip combo. So I discovered this lip combo like the other day. So I'm going to start by using some Sarcastic Cosmetics matte lipsticks. I'm going to start by lining my lips with the color Not Yours. And then on the inside of the lips, I'm going to use the color It's a Showstopper. Now these lipsticks go on better when you have like maybe like a thin layer of Vaseline or a thin layer of like Aquaphor on, because they are very matte. They're not very thick, but they are very matte and they can be very drying. So making sure to put on that, you know, smooth layer before helps the lipstick to glide on very smoothly and gives you a very good finish. Now I'm going to use my fan to help that dry down a little bit. And then after it dries, I'm going to take my lip liner pencil by Juvia's Place in the color Brownie, and I'm going to line my lips. That's an opposite order of how you usually do lips. You usually do lip liner first and then your lipsticks and then your gloss. But because of how these Sarcastic Cosmetic lipsticks go on liquid but they dry matte, flipping the order just makes more sense, and it helps my lip liner not disappear, you know, underneath the lipstick. I could just wear it matte if I wanted to, and that looks amazing, but I am going to add a little bit of gloss, and this is the Milani gloss in the color Champagne. And I'm just going to dab a little bit of that on my bottom lip and just kind of smack my lips together to get it to the top lip. And it just, you know, just elevates the look just a little bit more. All right, the last thing I'm going to do is add some blush. This is the blush palette by Juvia's Place in the color Volume 4. And I'm just going to use that lighter color today. And I'm just going to concentrate it on top of where the liquid blush is already at from the ombre under eye. All right, so let's get into the unboxing of this One Size setting spray. I ordered it from Sephora because, of course, in stores they're all sold out. And so I got the box and I was like, no, I'm gonna wait to unbox this on YouTube for a video. Yes, so let's try it. So I did not buy the full size because I was like, I don't even know if I'm gonna like this. So I was like, we're just gonna do a travel size and see what happens. So it says that it's waterproof, sweat-proof, transfer-proof, 16-hour mattifying setting spray that sets your makeup with next level hold. So here is the final look. So cute. So this was at about 7:30 in the morning, and this was after church. What do you guys think? Do you think that it held up well? Let me know in the comments. Personally, I was not impressed because I still ended up shining, and I was just expecting to stay matte all day. Like it says, 16-hour mattifying setting spray. So thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.